Hey everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls 2. Last time we finished off the main game. We've done all of the bosses. All we have left is to do the DLCs. So today we're going to start the first DLC. I'm going to play them in order of release, although you can go at them in any order you like. It has been quite a while since I actually played these DLCs, and I've not played them too much on Scholar. So this should be interesting. Okay. Exit is over here. So after we killed the Rotten, and we went to go light the fire here, there was this shrine. And there are keys required for each of these DLCs, which we have the Dragon Talon and the Frozen Flower. We don't quite have the one for the second DLC, but I'll go get that when we go to do the second one. That one's hiding in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. This is actually one of the DLCs I really like. In general, I love all of the Dark Souls 2 DLCs. Maybe a controversial opinion, but the second one, the Crown of the Iron King, is actually my least favorite. This one's a little weird because there's no bosses for a while, and we fight all of the bosses back to back, basically, right at the end of the DLC. Where is he? I know you can see him as you're coming by here. Yeah. The name of the key for this DLC is the Dragon Talon, like we just saw. So that might give you some hints. Now, one of the big things about the DLCs is that the enemies are incredibly resistant to magic. That's just a standard for all of them. You have some shortcuts here, but unfortunately we can't take these yet. The way this DLC is laid out, it backtracks on itself multiple times, which is very cool. The level design is very interesting. We will be using our bow a lot here as well. Okay, we two-shot the standard guys. That gives me high hopes. If they were going to be 3 shots, I was going to be pretty sad. Ow. That's the wrong button. Oh god, our bow does terrible damage. So like I said, these guys are highly resistant to magic damage, and that includes lightning. So a lot of our damage is actually not super useful here. This is one of the main mechanics here of this area, is that these... Ooh. Oh, okay. That's fine, I guess. I haven't played in a couple days, so I gotta get used to things again. There are these little... I don't know what you want to call them. Pillars that you can hit. And they will raise and lower different parts of the area. In general, you want to hit all of them once. I'm not going to get all of the drops here. We already have all of the equipment I want. I'm mostly just looking to kill the bosses. Ooh, okay. Even with a heavy, we don't stagger them. They have a lot of poise. I'm curious, actually, if the stone ring would change that. So it might be worth using if it does. Just being able to stun enemies is a big deal. It does. That's good to know. I know there's a couple items on some of these things that I missed out on. I'm not too worried. There we go. Be careful with these. I'm pretty sure these will break your equipment. And these guys do a weirdly high amount of damage. You will notice that most of the things in the DLC are going to hit a lot harder, which is why we waited as long as we did. Don't think there's anything else we missed down here. That didn't hit me, did it? No. Seem to recall... Okay. Forgot to turn off notifications. That's okay. Might have been this one that I was thinking of. drops back off towards the bonfire. Item. Very carefully. Very skillfully. What I need to do there was not turn. No need to aggro all the enemies we've already killed. I'm almost certain you can make that drop. Give it one more go. That one there. Yeah, I thought so. Don't laugh at me. Who and from where? Oh, the lizard. I keep holding X to run instead of B, and I'm gonna get myself killed because of it. I love The Witcher 3, but and it has confused my button pressing a whole lot. Didn't get that one in time. Ow. You notice their weapons have poison buildup on them. It's going to be a very common theme through the DLC is poison. Ah, it's that one over there. Okay. Honestly, I forget what item it is getting the weird dropping properly through there. But if I can figure it out, I will. There's the Sanctum Mace. Actually, a very solid weapon. The poison on it is quite nice. It's a fun PvP weapon, but overall, just as a strength weapon, it's good, so. Oh no. I'm dead. Almost for sure. Hide. Somehow I'm alive. I had no reason to do that. I should have just gone slowly and all would have been fine. And I believe you can ride this up somewhere. To get an item somewhere. I forget how all these work. There we go. Right over there. Need to finish raising the rest of these. And there's some items somewhere on one of these pillars that you can drop onto, but I honestly forget what it is. Yep, and then you can land back down there. So that's the direction we want to go. This whole area is just about done. Can see... Oh, gotta stop doing that. It burns through durability a lot. There is an item over there, but we won't be able to get that for quite some time. That is the direction we want to go, where my helmet is. Go ahead and go human again. And you can drop down right here as well. Not a terrible idea to use the cat ring for this DLC. You can see we have some more elevators. This one comes from up above. There is Sin, who very kindly killed those Sanctum Knights for us, but that is the only time he's going to do it. So on future times through this bridge, if we die, he will not kill them. We will have to do it ourselves. So this is where the real meat and potatoes of this DLC is. You can see we have a locked door here. You can see these ghost-like shades. You can see those bodies that are glowing red. This is a theme. There's quite a few enemies through this DLC, Sanctum Knights here, that are immune to damage until you destroy their bodies. But will be very stealthy. And get a whole bunch of loot in here. I honestly do not remember mimic placements for this DLC. I'm pretty sure there are some. We got a Titanite slab. I may end up swapping my armor during this DLC, because there's a specific armor that I enjoy quite a lot that we will get. But that'll be in a little bit. Oh, they don't get stunned. Although it could have been like super armor. I think I'm probably better off going with steel protection here, just to help mitigate some of the damage I'm gonna take. Got a new enemy there, you can see. I don't have any ranged miracles right now. You can see just standing by these guys' poisons. As you can see, we dropped down here, and now we can't get back up. We're going to see these quite a lot through the area. You can barely see where he dropped there. If we wanted to, we could actually stand in here, and as it spins up, we can get in there and then drop down from the other side here. But you don't need to. We have a door here. Is this the one? There's a lot of secret buttons around here. We got a little drop point here that we don't want to drop down just yet. Don't know if that did the job. Ah, yes. Very fun area here. Honestly, I forgot about this. Thought it was up there. Where's the button for this one? One of these is a trap. Oh. Don't give up, skeleton. Where is the button for this one? Yeah. So you can see there's a little button on the floor here. Forget where the button to open that door is, though. Is it that one? I honestly forget. It is. This is a very fun weapon. Puzzling stone sword. I'll show this off quick just because it's cool. Normal moveset. Strong attacks. Yeah, it's weird. Has standard straight sword. Very interesting weapon. Not super good, but as you can see, it's S-scaling in dex. So it's a cool one. That was a bit of a theme for this DLC as well. They added quite a lot of very interesting weapons in each DLC. Okay, now we'll go to the drop down. There's a couple really cool ones in Iron King, and one of the most used Dark Souls 2 weapons in Ivory King, so... Don't want to drop down there yet, I don't think. Right. Do we drop down here? Let's go ahead and put the silver cat ring on. Just making sure there's no switches I have to hit in here. It's been so long since I've done this DLC, I can't remember where all of them are. Ah, Flynn's ring. One of the best rings in this game, honestly. Okay, now we can drop down again. We have to drop down here to continue. So. Now you can see the sword around the corner there. We can't kill him yet. So, unfortunately, well, actually, that's not true. We could kill him. I think he has like ridiculous damage reduction. Let me double check this. Yeah, so we can kill them. It's just very slow. However, if we take out his body... Now, I don't remember where the bodies are. But I know they can't climb ladders. And this is how we get to the bonfire. So... I gotta drop down to hit the button first, don't I? Gotta stop doing that. One of these goes down to an area with all of their bodies. Yeah. Hey, hold on, where's the last body? Ah, god damn it. I was so close to the bonfire as well, but I wanted to take out the bodies first. We got a ways to run now, but I can run back here pretty quick, so. A little risky, but it's only 70k souls if I lose it, so I'm not too concerned. Remember, Sin won't be here to kill these guys for me, so... I'm just gonna run right on through. I think this is actually a shortcut here, if I remember correctly. Oh no, just an item. Ugh. Oh, there goes that 70k souls. Oh well. Okay, I'll take it slow. I thought, I'll just run through. That'll do it. And we'll drop down. Now the bodies that we destroyed, they stay destroyed. So, this guy, as you can see, is no longer a ghost. Put your crossbow away and come on. I forgot to take care of her as well. Well, that's annoying. Well, we can always swap this out for something else. Guess we'll just put on the Royal Soldier for now. Go ahead and pop a repair powder as well, just to top everything off. Don't necessarily want to aggro that guy down there, but I do want to hit this. Which opens the bonfire. And I forget for the life of me where the one to turn off the spikes is, but... The Dragonstone is a key item we need. It's a key to open a door. Yeah, we will just rest here, I guess. Let's travel back to Majula and repair that ring as well, since the third dragon ring is very good.
I'll be around.
head on over to the DLC. Our very own Sanctum crossbow, which is not great, so. I did not know that they poisoned on death like that. Those guys can't come up here, so. Come in. Ow. They can shoot their damn crossbows at me, though. Ah, right, okay. So this is moving forward towards the boss. Still have a handful of things around here I'd like to do first, though. Or does that go to the boss? I honestly can't remember if I have to go through another area. No, I have to go through another area first before that. Never mind. Oh, my lord. Calm down. Okay. Die, please. Jeez. Ah, there's the one that I'm missing. So that's 2 important keys that we have picked up now. So we should more or less be ready to go on. Where is the button to get rid of these spikes? Is it on the other side of the circle turny thingy? Gotta shoot this, right? There we go. I'm gonna have to hit it one more time, right? Yeah. Come on. There's no reason to get up there, but I wanted to. I think these also break your equipment, don't they? They do, yeah. Let's pop this quick. Can't remember for the life of me how you're supposed to get rid of these things. I know there's a switch that does it somewhere. Just don't remember where. I'm sure I've walked past it a bunch, but only one more item to get. Okay. Let's go hit the bonfire. Thank you, Dark Souls. Yeah, I would say death as well. I should have... Flame Quartz Ring +2. Which, for those of you who know, you know. Jester Thomas. As you can see, we can't backstab him. That's because of the Jester outfit. If you didn't know that, the Jester outfit does indeed stop backstabs. He's not attacking for some reason, and I don't know why. But I'm kind of okay with it. Okay. Well, it's not what I was expecting, but here we go. One of the most annoying areas. I'm going to go ahead and use another repair powder. This isn't a boss fight, but it's going to suck nonetheless. I'm going to attempt to go right for the bonfire. But these guys are here and they are terrible. Ow. Now, these guys are actually a pretty decent place to farm, as you just saw, a Titanite slab. I didn't know they had a third. I guess they can chain it and do 4 hits. It's been a while since I have fought these guys. But this is a slow walkthrough, so I'm gonna kill them and I'm gonna pick up all the items. There's no... I don't think there's any super important items to pick up here. There's a bunch of petrified dragon bones for upgrading boss weapons, but I'm not gonna need them. Honestly, as long as you don't get 2 of these guys on you at once, they're not that bad. They're decent souls as well. So this is where we will use the first of the keys we picked up. The Dragon Stone. And see that bridge there appeared? This gives us, I'll show it off, our first elevator. I think this one goes to the start of the Sanctum. Correct? We do have to go up there, but just not yet. I'll go there in a moment. I went up the wrong one there. Drakeblood Greatsword. Very nice sword. Really have to clean up my inventory. Yeah, here it is. As you can see, it has magic and thunder, but doesn't have any scaling for them. Weird weapon, but a cool weapon. Now, I can't remember if this takes us to the first bonfire of the DLC, or if this one goes back to the start of the Sanctum. Okay, so this is the one that takes us to the start of the DLC. Next up... Well, I suppose we can just go fight the first boss, and honestly, one of my favorite bosses in the game. We're not going to fight her quite yet, we still have to go through the next area, but it's a fairly short area. There's a bonfire on the way and some other stuff we can pick up. Hopefully these DLC bosses don't take me too many attempts either. So the Dragon Stone is what brought this bridge up so that we can make it here. So if we miss the Dragon Stone, then we missed out here. The other key we'll use a little later for an optional boss. Dragon's Sanctum. Can see a lot of dropping that needs to be done. And you can go right to the bottom right now if you like. To right there. That is the boss room. However, there's some stuff we can explore first. Fat rolling. Very nice. I forget which one of these lets out the lizards. That one does. So I'm going to miss all the lizards. Can't remember if this one has lizards up there as well. Can see another Drake Blood Knight over there. I think I can make that jump across there as well. It's been a while. I know there's a gank of them around here somewhere with two. Here is the bonfire. Here we have the entire Drake Blood set. Which is an armor I may end up using. It requires Twinkling Titanite to upgrade. If you just follow the torches here, it basically tells you where you need to drop off at. So, Dragon's Rest. Here's an interesting one here. Oh man, I guess he doesn't show up unless I've... Okay, if you've moved the questline along properly, you can summon Benhart here. And unlike the fight against Nashandra, this actually counts towards quest completion for him. Which is pretty cool. Now, for this fight, I can take off the cat ring. I won't be doing any jumping. I'm going to put on the Dark Quartz ring. I'm going to attempt to finish this fight very quickly. That is the goal. But we'll see how that goes. We have Alana, the Squalid Queen. She might look familiar. She's gonna do her summon. Oh no, that's her big boom. Thought it looked like she was doing maybe her summon there. She has a couple different summons that she can do. There's the one I didn't want to see. She summons Velstadt. In New Game, this ain't so bad. In New Game pluses, this gets to be extraordinarily annoying. Somehow I'm not dead? The Dark Quartz ring there definitely saved me from that barrage. Getting Velstadt right off the bat there sucks. I say she might look familiar because she probably looks a little like Nashandra. And there's some lore reasons for that, which I'm not the one you should probably be listening to for lore stuff. Definitely not my specialty. However, if it does interest you, there's lots of videos that talk about it. But more or less, both Nashandra and Alana, along with some other people, are fragments left behind by Manus. Which is why Nashandra, the final boss, original final boss, is evil. There's obviously way more to it than that, but that's the basic gist of it. She is no easy fight, however, lightning damage ain't amazing against her, so... Point blank, that's kind of annoying. Okay, she's doing the skeletons this time, which are much better. She summoned pigs? Excuse me? I have never seen this before. I'm not expecting her to follow up after casting spells that fast. Here's skeletons. Or use my stamina a little bit. If she summons Velstadt, it's a real pain in the ass. Okay, pursuers. There we go. That's Alana. Very fun boss fight. If she summons Velstat, it's a real pain in the ass. She's one of the toughest bosses to fight in high new game cycles. Just because her summons take so long to kill. And, strangely enough, here's the final boss. Yeah, so with Crown of the Sunken King, the last two bosses are back-to-back like that. So we're almost done with the DLC. There is an optional boss we can fight still, but... Here we have yet another very interesting boss. I'm actually going to go Chloranthy for this one. I think the stamina regen will be a big deal. And we already saw this guy a couple times. I usually have quite a bit of trouble, but we'll see what happens. We have Sin the Slumbering Dragon. Deal a lot of damage hitting him in the chest there where he was speared. Oh. Didn't quite get the roll off in time. If you hit him in the chest there where the spear is poking through, you'll deal bonus damage. So that's ideally where you want to hit him. Forget that he always opens with that charge. He likes to fly around a lot, as you can see. You cannot cut off his tail. At least I don't think you can. Starting to remember the patterns here again. It's been so long since I fought this guy. Okay. Bow time. We'll have to finish him off with the bow. Okay. Well, that was a risky one, but there we go. Yorg's ring. Crown of the Sunken King, which is actually a helmet. We picked up Yorg's ring there, which is right here. Sometimes deflects spells. It's not very good. It's kind of cool. When it works, it's cool. Otherwise, it's kind of whatever. Let's go. We're not quite done with the DLC yet. We have a side area. Every DLC has like a main path you follow with 2 bosses on it, and then an optional boss in a side area. And I'm going to do all of them except one, probably. We'll see how I'm feeling when we get to Ivory King, whether or not I want to do that specific area, because the boss fight sucks, and the area is even worse.
I'll be around.
Not that the boss fight is exceptionally hard, it's just not a very fun boss fight. It was just a... Well, you'll see. You guys will see when we get there. Those of you who know, know.
Bearer of the until.
So, do we want to go attunement, or let's start going vitality actually, so I don't have to wear, so I don't have to worry about my equip load as much. Because I may decide that I want to swap. I never put my engraved gauntlets back on. Wonder how long ago that was. But somewhere around here. We have the Drake Blood set. Now you can see the physical defense much higher. Elemental a little lower. However, it's significantly heavier. I think if we put the whole Drake Blood set on right now, we would be, yeah, we're going to be overweight. After it is upgraded, it would be better stats. So once it's upgraded, it would have significantly higher physical defense, and it would match the elemental, if not pass it a little bit from the alpha set. The trade-off being it is much, much heavier. I will be using that armor, most likely. But not yet. Not until my vitality is a little bit higher and I can actually afford to wear it. One thing we can do, though, is take a look. Scroll all the way down to the bottom where it'll be. It uses... Oh, it's regular. Oh, I thought this was twinkling for some reason. Interesting. I think as a whole, the Drakeblood armor is not as much... It might be better elemental eventually, but once it's fully upgraded to plus 10. I thought it was only going to plus 5 because I thought it was Twinkling Titanite, but the more you know. Also, I didn't use Bright Bugs for those fights, which I definitely could have done, and don't know why I didn't.
Thank you.
So, next up, so you can see we're missing a bonfire there. We're gonna go to this bonfire, I think. Yes. Yeah. One thing I will also be doing is, once I can afford to wear the Drakeblood armor, I'm going to start pumping points into dexterity. Because that'll help get my physical damage up. And getting the physical portion of my damage higher will help with these DLC enemies who have very high lightning resist. For the most part. Very high lightning resist anyways. Way too early. Oh well. I think that's the last we'll have to see of those guys. If you remember, there was a locked door here. We could use the Eternal Sanctum Key to open this up to our side area. I'm pretty sure one of these is a mimic. It's been a while, though. Right, the lightning clutch ring. So, that's one that I very much so could use. And explain what it does, I suppose. Through these DLCs, there are elemental clutch rings, and the way they work is they significantly increase the damage you deal of that element type, but also increases the damage you take across the board. So, if I was to go to the Lightening clutch ring, increases lightning attack. But reduces physical defense. So I'd probably be swapping Chloranthy for it. If we take a look at my physical defense, we have 87. And if I take that ring off, still 87. It should be showing a difference, but it's not for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, it would increase the amount of damage we deal, since we deal mostly lightning damage, by a pretty significant amount. But we'd take a little more physical damage in return. So for the most part, it's worth using. I think if we compare our right hand AR as 498, if we compare that with swapping the Ring of Blades for the Lightning Clutch, yeah, 506. It's slightly higher. Less physical, more lightning, which for some things could be good, but in general, in the DLC, I want more physical damage because they have very high elemental resistances. Can see the first bonfire over there. This side? Oh, I thought one of these sides had an item on it. This coming area, not great. The boss, also not great. He was throwing things at me that stopped me from being able to heal. I'll show where this elevator goes, just because there's a couple items I can pick up down there as well, I think. Like the last elevator, there was like a mediary room between them. Yeah, so you can roll off there. Dark Greatsword. Very fun hex. From here, I'm just going to Aged Feather. I won't actually be using that elevator for much, or anything, really. Here's the real thing. Cave of the Dead. Yeah. Some NPCs you could summon if you wanted. This area sucks. So these statues might look familiar to you. However, they're not the ones you think. Instead of poisoning you, these ones, I believe, break your equipment. There's a couple spots where we can drop down here. All of them basically death traps. Try and kill these lizard guys while I'm still up here, as many of them as I can. The more guys I can kill while I'm still up here, the better. Now I'm gonna go through here slow once, just to pick up items. But I'm gonna have to kill, or try to kill the boss a couple times, which means I'm eventually going to just be sprinting through here. So I don't think there's another bonfire between... Oh no, they do petrify, that's right. Petrify is more or less the same as Curse from Dark Souls 1. Meaning if you get petrified, you just die. What you can do to be safe here as well, if you like, is put on the Ash Knuckle ring as well. That would help with your Petrify resist. breaking all of these because even if I die, these will stay broken. So in the future, running through this area, I won't have to worry about being petrified unless I reload the area, which you absolutely can do. So if I go back to Majula, or teleport anywhere for that matter. Okay, I think I got everything. I will absolutely be using a bright bug for this upcoming boss fight as well, though. I'm gonna break this one. Does aggro both, but we should be fine. So, here is the bullshit. Let's see. We'll top off. We'll buff up. Don't need Grey Magic Barrier for this fight, no magic damage. However, I will pop a Bright Bug. Because this fight sucks. It sucks because it's 3 bosses. Each of the bosses individually, not that bad. Okay, just the Havel. So, the boss fight as a whole, not incredibly hard. However, it is incredibly annoying. But we get a couple items for this. The flower skirt. Blackweed pump. Yeah, there's an item I missed there. One of the ones I can bring up. There's a handful of things I missed, but for the most part, here we are. So, yeah, that was the Sunken King DLC. I like this one a lot. There's a lot of really cool stuff to do here. The optional boss is not great. If you use a Bright Bug, you can tank a lot of hits there. And with the setup we have, as you see, I didn't take too much damage, so that was not that bad. Yeah. Before we end it... Oh, excuse me. Before we end it, I'm going to take a look at some of the souls. Let's go see Strayed for spells. I know we can make Alana's axe at Ornifex.
So, if you bigger.
Okay. Nothing, but we can go check out... I think this is right. We can go check out Ornifex here. Sure. I thought so. I was pretty sure there was more spiders that would come. Yeah, I know you can make Alana's axe. I'm not sure what else you can make, though. So, using this, we can get Yorg's spear. Which... Yeah, this is the spear that was through Zin's chest. It's, okay. If you were to go a physical build, it's not terrible, but it's not great. This here as well is an interesting one. Soul of Alana requires 28 faith to be able to equip it, but it is mostly strength and dex scaling. And by mostly I mean it's mostly strength and then also a little bit of dex. But there's no elemental damage portion. It's all physical damage. It's actually a pretty cool halberd. I like this axe a lot. It's got the standard halberd moveset for the most part. But yeah, I thought I'd show off the weapons that you can get from those DLC souls. As you saw, we didn't get a soul from the gang squad, as most people will refer to it as. But we did get a Titanite slab there, so. I'll need 3 more slabs to fully upgrade the Drakeblood armor, and we have 6, so. Well, I'm thinking about it.
Well,
Why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay,
no
we can buy infinite chunks, so.
I
Because this is the armor that I will be using for the other DLCs. Yeah, I'll need a lot more large Titanite shards. It is so we need 6, 12, 18 total. And we have 7, so I will buy
visit me again.
you would
I'm not upgrading the gloves because I'm using the engraved gauntlets, if you remember.
I'll be around.
So we still need 15 chunks.
What?
Is that right? I think so.
Visit me again.
We have a whole bunch of consumable souls, so we'll use those up. I'm not interested in the boss weapons for this character, so. Slumbering Dragon. Only 16. Wow, that sucks. Lana gives us 30, though.
What?
So I still need 5, 6, 7.
I'll be around.
Do I have enough for 7 chunks?
Visit me again.
Don't quite have the vitality to wear it yet, but I will. There we go. Everything with the gloves for the Drakeblood upgraded. And now if we take a look, it's going to be much heavier than our Alva, but everything except lightning resistance is going to go up. However, it's significantly heavier. What we could do is, in addition to the 3rd dragon ring, we could wear the Royal Soldier ring. And that would allow us to wear the full armor. But I'd rather just go for the vitality that we need for now and just continue wearing the Alva. I'll put on maybe the leggings. I can afford those, right? Yeah. So it's much better physical resistances, like significantly higher, and more or less the same elemental resistances, slightly increased. You can see it's a lot louder than the Alva armor when you move around in it, but Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Bearer until
That was the Crown of the Sunken King, the first of 3 DLCs. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next one.